Okay, my name's Steve and I'm the chairman of this club, and I've been here probably 33 years now. Yeah, a long time. I'm the oldest member now. Oh, no way. The guy who started the club actually died last year. He retired to the Philippines, and we heard that he'd passed away.
My name's Rino. I'm a club secretary at the London Scalextric Club. Have been for the last 4 to 5 years, and I've been a member here since 1996. Oh, my sister bakes cakes for the club.
So it's very nice homemade cakes, you know. Yeah.
The club began in this part of London, just up the road, in a cinema, above a cinema, which was a dance hall called the Odeon. And the guy who started it was a dance instructor. So, a track this size, which is about 105 feet lap, takes us about 40 minutes to put it together, if everyone mucks in. But I have put it together on my own several times. I won't do it anymore. I've done it every week for 33 years. And took it to pieces again. In fact, I've rebuilt it about 5 times, complete.
Blue 35. It's your total distance that you cover. The distance you cover in your best 4 heats. So you have 6 heats and you drop 2.
I don't spend any more money on them than most of the other people. I spend a lot more time on them, considerably more time than a lot of people here.
But a lot of people, they don't know. They don't even glue their motor in. Right, they'll be racing, boom, their motor will jump out, it'll pop out, so the car won't be able to race no more. They say, don't you know how to glue your motor in? They don't know how to glue it in. I can't believe there's some people they're like. The car keeps driving out, boom, crashing at every corner. You say, what's going on? Why is your car crashing every corner? Because their wheels are too big. Braids. The braids, these are the braids. So you want to make sure that the braids are flat, are straight, and are clean. You get a toothbrush, spray it, as you brush them. Like you're brushing your teeth, brush them down. So that's most important. If you don't clean your braids, you're not getting the power to your motor. So you're losing power, your car won't be running at full power. My kit's condensed. It's just a box of tricks. Because I have to carry it on my bike, so. But it's got my tools, my screwdrivers, files, my glue, my oil, my cards, my setting up board, my controller, some cars, scissors, everything. Everything's condensed, it's everything you need. That's it.
because we're getting on a bit in years, all of us, it's become probably quite social rather than, you know, very, very ultra competitive. I mean, you're still competitive, you still want to win, but you know, you're not going to go crazy if you don't, you know.
Years ago, oh my God, some of the people used to come here, they used to be crazy. They used to be shouting, screaming, they want to have a punch up. But that mentality is no good. I mean, now, it doesn't matter. Now it's just, you know, treat everyone with respect and that's it.
I must have been about 11, and it was in its infancy then. A friend of mine had a set, one of the first plastic car sets, and I remember going around his house and I just loved it. But I had to wait until I was 14 before I got one.
It was at that time, but then you grow out of it, like all hobbies. Got into women and other stuff, you know, real cars and things. And they sat in my loft in this box. This box is a classic. That's about 45, 50-year-old box.
And it became so expensive, and I was only an apprentice. I wasn't earning much money, so I decided I wanted a Lambretta instead, scooter. So the hobby just got pushed to one side.
And then, like everyone else, I discovered girls and gave it up until I got married, and then decided I needed a hobby, as you do. And
well, then it was, what was it, 15 years until I'd had to stop playing football, and I was looking for something to do, and I just happened to walk past the shop and see it in the window, and it brought back all the old memories. So I went home and dived through the cupboard and found my old race box. Friends came round and we raced on the floor, and then somebody said, there's a club at Wood Green. So I was here the next week, and I haven't stopped since. And it's taken off in a big way now.
And I know Steve from school, and I came in a few times and kind of got drawn back into it.
I've probably only got about 10 or 12 cars that I use. Some of these guys have got 100 cars to choose from. People like Steve, you know, he's got rooms full of cars at home. He's been doing it for decades.
I don't know exactly, but hundreds. Yeah, I've never counted them. I don't want to know, really.
Oh, too many, far too many. Probably a lot of them are in boxes. I mean, it's become, I didn't want to collect really, I wanted to just buy what I wanted to race. But you know, then it becomes, you do start collecting a bit. I've probably got well over 300 cars. Yeah.
It's one of those things which it's a bit old-fashioned these days, you know. Kids are much more into their computers and, you know, social media, computer games.
We pick up very few members these days, very few. Usually there are old guys like me who are coming back, who want to do it again before they die.
Every year, the last week before Christmas, we run what we call the Memorial Trophy race, which all began back in '87 when the guy in the picture on the wall actually committed suicide. So he was the first person to die who was a member. and it was called the Tom Edwards Trophy at the time because that was his name. But then subsequently more people have died over the years, so we stopped calling it the Tom Edwards Trophy, and it's just now called the Memorial Trophy. And unfortunately now we've got 8 names on the trophy.
My dad was Adam Myers. He was in the club and he passed away. And now Terry's passed away. So they're all good guys, good guys within the club.
Because Tom had never won a trophy and he suffered terribly with depression, we staged that photograph as if he was receiving that trophy. And he's got a lovely big smile on his face, but by the time you saw him the next week, he would be so down. He was, you thought, how are we going to cheer him up? But by the time he went out of here at the end of the night, he was smiling again like that. And then one week, he just killed himself. So sad. He was only just about 30. You wouldn't know from looking at that picture. He looks as happy as anything. I think it's one of the most prized things to win every year. So we've lost 8 members over the years, which is a bit sad, but we're all getting on.
But I think what ties me to the club is people like Steve, Mike, everybody in the club, Terry, who's no longer with us. But it's just you build up a friendship with people here, and it's something to do every week. Gets you out of the house, you know what I mean?
And of course, free tea and cake, that's always good, isn't it?
Well, I hope obviously that the club continues, assuming we don't get told to leave this church hall, which would be a problem because finding premises in London is very expensive.
I don't really see much future, unfortunately. I think the toy will possibly die. I suppose I'm too deep into it now. I still love it pretty much as I always did, and I'm getting a bit old to do anything else.